Hi, this is Robert Lee Camp, author of Cards of Your Destiny and Love Cards. And I'm going to try something new today. I want to perhaps start doing a regular series just talking about celebrities so I can talk about more than one at the same time. And I'm calling it my Celebrity Roundup. I hope you enjoy this. Who's been catching my eye lately is Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. They just finalized their divorce today. I think he had to pay her $7 million. It's a very interesting situation. I'd like to talk about them a little bit. Let's talk about Johnny Depp first. He is an 8 of diamonds, and he's also a king of spades, and his decanate ruler, which is another ruler that we're using now, is the 3 of hearts. So this is a very powerful guy. The 8 and the king, the 8 of diamonds and king of spades are both very powerful cards, and he's used to getting his way. The 3 of hearts gives him a lot of creativity. We see that in his work, of course, but sometimes the 3 of heart represents emotional insecurity, and I think that Johnny Depp definitely has that. It's hidden from view. People don't see that in him. They don't see the fact that that he gets really upset and afraid in relationships. But it definitely came out in this relationship with Amber Heard, because apparently he was getting very jealous at her and accusing her of having affairs with various men, even though there was no evidence that showed that she was doing that. And when he got upset about it, he became very belligerent, he became violent, and according to her, he became abusive. And it's interesting because as powerful as he is, and I'm sure that most of the time he gets his way, Amber Heard's cards are the Queen of Clubs and the 5 of Clubs. And what's interesting about this is that, let's look at the life spread for a second. This is the life spread for everybody, that the Saturn card to the King of Spades is the 5 of Clubs. It's Uranus to his 8 of diamonds. So that, if you have a controlling person, like an 8 of diamonds, all the 8s are fairly controlling, and you put them with their Uranus card, that person is always going to be doing things that are just like what they don't expect and the opposite of what they want. And it's going to really, it could be very upsetting. So what does he do? Because he's powerful, he tries to dominate her. He tries to use anything he can at his disposal. But you're not going to stop a 5 of clubs. You're not going to stop anybody who's a 5 of clubs from being their freedom. And so he was kind of like, this was a really bad choice for him in terms of relationship. Because not only is he Uranus to her, she's Uranus to him, but she's also Saturn to his King of Spades. So when it did come down to the court battles and so forth, he didn't have a chance. And he basically lost all the way through the whole thing. It's interesting, it's rumored now that Amber Heard has been dating Elon Musk, who is a 2 of clubs and a 7 of spades. I don't think he's showing up in her cards anywhere. Let me just take another quick look here. Yeah, he's not showing up there anywhere that I can see. It's interesting that both of them have a 4 of diamonds right now, and they just settled this thing. It's like, okay, there was money, and to her it wasn't a big deal, and to him it wasn't a big deal either. 4 diamonds, I'm still fine. Amber Heard dating Elon Musk. What's interesting about that, he's a 2 of clubs and a 7 of spades, and 2 of clubs is they get a past life Mars connection with the 5 of clubs, so there could be a really strong sexual attraction there. But he's a 7 of spades, which is also a power card like Johnny Depp. So it's very interesting that if she ended up with Elon Musk, which I don't think she is necessarily, I don't see that in her future. If she did, it would be like a repeat of almost the same kind of guy. It'd be very interesting. A very powerful guy who's also very emotionally very sensitive. So that's done. You don't see any instances of each other's cards in their spreads for the most part. I think it's a done deal, and it's the last that we're going to hear of them. So the next person I want to talk about is somebody I've been watching in the Olympics, and that's Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt has been, he's always been a dominating force. It turns out he's a Leo 5 of clubs, which I thought was interesting when I first realized that. I thought, okay, 5s like to travel, they like to go And here he is, a 5 of clubs. And he's a Leo, and he's really quite the showman out there. A lot of times when he's running a race, he'll turn around and smile. He looks over his shoulder to see who's following him, and he smiles back. It's amazing, and he's just an amazing runner. He has won the 100-meter gold medal 3 times in a row in the Olympics, and he's still competing. I think I'm going to get to see him race tonight one more time. But I just think it's amazing that he turned out to be a Leo 5 of clubs. It's just so fitting, and everybody loves him. And it turns out that now he is the #1 most famous person in Jamaica. He's like #1 in their popularity or whatever. And he's having a good year. If you look at his cards, displacing the 6 of spades this year, it gave him 3 periods in the crown line. So his fame and his reputation has grown, and his power. He's in Neptune right now, but everything looks really, really good for him. I think they're saying this is probably his last Olympics, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions for celebrities you'd like me to take a look at, send me drop me a little note here on this YouTube page. Otherwise, look for another one in a week or two, and I look forward to it. Have a great day.